Hey everybody, I'm here in Moscow, Pennsylvania, in front of this mobile home park that my buddy Kevin purchased in 2018. It's a 51 unit pad, tenant-owned homes, and I came up here to learn from Kevin how he's doing mobile home parks a really unique way, and he's going to give us a tour. So I'm going to turn it around, and here we go. And here we go. So here's a mobile home park. And here's Kevin's McLaren right here. He's been giving me a tour of the area. Say hello to Kevin. And check out his license plate right here. Cash flow. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna... Kevin.
Facebook.
All right. So tell us about this park. Give us a tour, what you did to it.
Yeah, so we'll take a little ride through. This is the entry here of the mobile home park. 51 spaces. When we bought it, it was mostly filled, but we had 6 empties. So we had 4 empty lots. We had 2 old homes. Actually, this white home right here used to be an old small home that we had to demolish. It was abandoned. There was another home that we had to demolish that was abandoned, and we brought this home in. We put this one on a rent-to-own contract. That's one of the ways that we either sell the home outright for cash, or we'll put on a rent-to-own contract where the resident's responsible for the maintenance on the home. So it's still basically as if it's a tenant-owned home. Then they pay us, the normal rental amount. But they have to take care of the maintenance on the home, and they're going to own the home for so many years. Then we have this yellow home over here to the right. There used to be an old abandoned home there, which I'll show you down bottom. We brought this home in, and we sold that one for $34,000 cash. We like to sell homes when we can, and we'll put them on rent to own if not, so we don't have to deal with the maintenance. We'll come through here. This community, when we purchased it, it was a lot rent of $260 per month, which includes water, sewer, and trash. That was way under market. So we bought the community for $985,000. We filled 4 empty lots, plus the 2 additional that we had to demolish those homes, filled those 2 empty lots, so 6 lots we filled within 6 months. We raised the lot rent from $260 to $375, which is still far below market rent for this community in this school district. But with getting that, large of an increase times this many lots, filling the empties, we were able to increase the value from, $985 that we bought it for originally. It was appraised for $2,510,000 just a year later. This thing cash flowed around $10,000 a month for the initial year as well. And now we're getting down to the garage area. This also came with the garage. So we'll get out here, and yeah, this came with a garage where now we're going to have our dealership.
So the garage came with it. And also, check it out. Kevin is just setting up his dealership, right?
Yeah, so we have 2 more deals we're working on right now. One's under contract, 325 units. There's going to be almost 190 pads to fill between those 2 communities on that deal. We have another deal working on right now as well, 142 units. There's going to be another 70 empty pads there to fill. So we're going to utilize this dealership license. We're going to work with the cash program and 21st Mortgage, which is owned by Berkshire Hathaway. It's a great program for filling empty lots. Over here, this is the home that we pulled out that I mentioned about, the yellow home that we replaced it with.
So these were the Valley Land deals? They used to look like this? You had a few like these and you just upgraded them?
These are the older homes. A lot of these are pre-HUD. So prior to a certain year where there weren't HUD standards, a lot of these homes had aluminum wiring. They were built to what the manufacturer decided to. Then HUD came out with their requirements, and now all manufacturers have to follow. So we like to get rid of all pre-HUD homes, bring in newer homes that match the the class of the community. Which in this community, the rest of the homes are vinyl sided, peaked roofed. So we want to make sure we keep it to an A class, bring in newer homes. keep up the appearances of the community.
And so most of these are now tenant-owned homes, correct? You'll buy
Yeah.
them and then sell them back to the tenants?
Well, so the majority of the homes on purchase were all tenant-owned homes. We picked up, the abandoned homes, and sometimes you do pick up some used homes that the owner owns, and then you'll get them on rent-to-own contract, or you sell them. But the preferred method is what you're referring to as tenant-owned homes. Yeah, communities that the tenants own their own home, they're responsible for the maintenance. They're paying a lot rent fee, which covers the cost of their home sitting on our land.
I also learned, and I don't know if there's wind here about audio. I forgot my boom mic, so please excuse the bad audio. We'll put subtitles. But one of the other things I learned was how you like to put the pitch roofs, correct, on the updated models?
The peaked roof, the vinyl sided
one up
peaked
there?
roof homes. They usually show a newer home, and it makes the community look much more like a manufactured housing community standard as compared to just a mobile home park.
Cool.
That what people would call.
And what about the, you mentioned Superior Homes, you're getting your mobile dealer license?
Our dealership license, which is the same license that you need to sell automobiles in your particular state. So we have an office space that came with this inside the garage here. We're going to utilize that for our dealership license to utilize that program that I was telling you about, where we can fill these empty lots with no cost out of pocket. The cash program, they'll fund the cost of the home. Bringing the home in, you just have to work with the contractor and cover getting the home blocked, leveled, skirting on, utilities tied in, stairs on front and back. Then they'll reimburse you for all your costs when you send them your invoices, so we can utilize that to fill all these lots without cost. So we don't have to make any payments on these homes for 12 months. They're going to give us 12 months to sell the home outright, and then they'll actually finance the buyer, since they have their own mortgage company as part of it.
And another thing I learned is right here, you could actually put some more pads. If you pull the permits in the future, correct?
Yeah. Up this little stretch to the right, there's a section of land that if we wanted to in the future, we could apply for permitting and look to tie it into the public utility system, and we could fill those empty lots for additional value there.
Wow. How many more you think?
I think we might be able to get another 8 in there.
Nice. And the other strategy that I also learned from you is you like to try to get these with seller financing, right?
Oh yeah. The majority of all of our deals, we either
How much down payment?
So our deal structures, we work to get 10% or less down.
Wow,
So
10%, huh? Wow.
Yeah, so we look to either get the seller to hold the note, where we're going to come in, 10% or less down. We'll make the seller happy on price and terms to get to that.
Oh, look who's watching. Hey, William. How you doing, William? Say hello to William Parr from Miami. How you doing, William?
Hey, how's it going? So yeah, and the other method is that we'll work with sometimes a bank. Well, the bank will go in 75%, and we'll have the seller carry back, 10, 15, 20% to get us to that 10% less down out of pocket.
That's a great strategy that I learned from you, because a lot of folks buying mobile home parks, right? They're giving up 20% equity, right? Paying that higher percentage, whereas you're able to pay higher percentage on that 10% down, and your numbers. You're able to, and also you're able to pay a premium price when you're buying these properties, right?
Yeah, by us utilizing the structure where we're going in 5 to 10% down, we're able to work with private money lenders who on a high interest rate loan, where they're happy to get a more secured loan that we'll guarantee. They're getting high interest rate monthly payments that they're happy with, and then we handle everything else, start to finish.
That's great. So 51 pads, potential for 8 more on 18 acres. That's amazing.
Yeah,
all right.
It was a great value add. One of our first larger deals that we've done.
That's your first one, right? Because before, right? What was you were doing? You were telling me.
We had done a 6-unit, 5-unit apartment
Nice.
building. We had also done a 7-unit mobile home park, and this was one of the first deals that we bought. For the larger
Oh, look,
deals.
it's Tia. Say hi to Tia.
Hey, babe. How's it going? So yeah, this is one of our first larger deals that really helped us to scale and to progressively scale since then, looking at larger communities instead of the smaller deals.
That's great. All right. Anything else? That's pretty much. That's look. Hey, this is
a wrap and overview.
if you want inspiration of what's possible. Great story, Kevin. Before they bought this park, They had 5-unit multis, right? That was
Yeah,
your biggest
6 unit,
one,
we had
6-unit.
5-unit,
And then what was the
7
story?
unit mobile
Right.
home
And what was the
park.
story you were telling me? You were driving here one day. I love that story.
We were driving up the road, a mile and a half up the road is one of our old houses that we were buying and moving to at the time. And we drove by and we said, hey, geez, I never knew there was a mobile home park here. We got to drive through. We drove through and we just said, we have to own this thing.
Wow.
This has to be ours. So we had to figure out who owns it. We had to figure out a way to buy it and how we're going to fund it.
Wow.
And we did.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of my videos have been about mindset. That's what it was for this one.
So
from the
this
start.
this right here was the old ones, and then through the years you just upgraded to new ones. So it's a classic value add, right? Yeah, that's a great strategy. And so, lastly, what else you've got in the pipeline as far as deals?
Yeah, so we have those 2 deals that I mentioned that we're working on, and we're still hitting our list, talking to other sellers, and we're looking to do at least another 200 units to hit our 1,000-unit target by the end of this year.
Nice. Look what Tia's saying.
Yeah. And baby Mia wants another mobile home park as well, so that's why we're working hard, and we're going to get her one.
But this is my favorite part of Kevin's mindset, because it's not about mobile home parks. It's about cash flow. He's buying businesses, self-storage, multifamily. This was my takeaway this year, cash flow. Love this license plate. All right.
That's what it's all about. Buying assets that then buy your liabilities. Monthly cash flow, then you can finance the life of your dreams. And,
Love it. Inspiring. Now we're going to go see other mobile home parks. Everybody have a great day. And reach out to me or Kevin if you have any questions. Right here. 51 pads. This can change your family tree.
For sure.
Cool stuff.